objectify women so profoundly that women in the West objectify themselves. They used to wonder, history, in my opinion, that degrades and belittles women as much as the West. They objectify women so profoundly that women in the West objectify themselves. They used to wonder, whether or not women have souls. And it seems like they ultimately decided that they don't. Women are nothing to them but bodies. Women are nothing but bodies in Western culture. They're decorations. Women's bodies are supposed to be part of the scenery, nothing but props. That's why you can even have this absurd debate about what a woman is, because if she is nothing but a body, which is what she is in the West, if she's nothing but, lipstick and breasts, hips and a hairdo, then she can be replicated. A man can make himself look like that. He can do a convincing performance, an exaggerated impression of what a woman is, a lampoon. He can do what's essentially a gender minstrel show.
Gender minstrel.
Instead of blackface, it's lipstick and makeup.
Lipstick
and a
makeup
wig.
show. Same thing, man.
Plus,
now he's doing it to the women. He used to do it to us. Now he's doing it to the women. Gender woman show. This white man, you see?
The West
this wicked white man
is misogynistic.
He don't even do training on that.
And always has been. And I mean that according to the dictionary definition. They hate women, truly. There's no other culture or civilization in history, in my opinion, that degrades and belittles women as much as the West. They objectify women so profoundly that women in the West objectify themselves.
Because of him.
They used to wonder, whether or not women have souls. And it seems like they ultimately decided that they don't. Women are nothing to them but bodies.
You hear that?
Women are nothing but bodies
You hear that?
in Western culture.
The white man.
They're decorations.
The white man.
Women's bodies are supposed to be part of the scenery, nothing but props. That's why you can even have this absurd debate about what a woman is, because if she is nothing but a body, which is what she is in the West, if she's nothing but, lipstick and breasts, hips and a hairdo, then she can be replicated.
Turns her into a
man can make
harlot.
himself look like
Turns
that.
him into harlot. The
He can
Bible
do
says that. You turn
The
all women
West
into harlots. That's what the
is
Bible says.
misogynistic.
She thinks she looks
And
nice, she's a
always has
harlot.
been. And I mean that according to the dictionary definition. They hate women.
She thinks she looks nice, but she's a harlot.
There's no other culture or
She doesn't know how to be
civilization
a
in
virtuous
history,
woman.
in
She
my
hasn't been
opinion,
shown.
that degrades and belittles women as much as the West. They objectify women
Of course they do.
so profoundly that women in the West objectify themselves.
Exactly. By prostituting themselves without
They
realizing
used to
it.
wonder, whether or not women have souls. And it seems like they ultimately decided that they don't. Women are nothing to them
Of course they ain't.
but bodies. Women are nothing but bodies
Page
in
3.
Western culture. They're decorations.
Page 3 with the nipple
Women's
as well.
bodies are supposed to be part of the scenery,
Right, man.
nothing but props. That's why you can even have this absurd debate about what a woman is, because if she is nothing but a body, which is what she is in the
I
West,
don't
if she's
talk to
nothing
West
but,
people. They're idiots. I don't
lipstick
speak to
and
them.
breasts,
They're idiots, sir.
hips
They're
and a
not idiots.
hairdo,
I don't speak to them.
then she can be replicated.
Stupid idiot
A
people.
man can make himself look like that. He can do a
They would attract me to your
convincing
calls.
performance,
We're looking
an
forward
exaggerated
to it. Damn try.
impression of what a woman is, a lampoon.
I'll ask you what
He
woman
can
is.
do what's essentially a gender minstrel show.
Gender minstrel
Instead of
show.
blackface, it's lipstick and
Gender
makeup
minstrel
and a
show.
wig, plus some hormone injections. Because they really think that that's all that women are.
True.
And that's all they want women to be.
True.
That's what they want women to be, because that's what they reward women for being.
True.
I mean, I saw a report that's a few years old, but it showed that strippers make as much money as a lawyer on average. Now, in a materialistic culture of commodification, like the West, it's easy to see what the society approves of and what they value, because that's who gets paid.
True.
So when you send the message to women
True.
and to girls that wealth can be rapidly
You
expedited
take
for
the
them
brassiere off.
if they take off their clothes
I
on
me too.
stage
I
or
me
on
too.
camera,
I me too.
rather than develop their minds, rather than develop their skills, their character, and so on. When you tell women and girls that you're going to have to go to university for years, you're going to have to be in the workforce for years before society will monetarily reward you anywhere close to what it will reward you right now, today, if you will just objectify yourself and get naked
And have
in
no
front
quality.
of strangers.
And have no
The
quality.
message is crystal clear.
Which they ain't got none. These women.
We want you to be what we think you are, which is a sexual object.
Which is a
And if
prostitute.
you'll go along with
And
that,
that's what the Bible says you are.
you will be generously rewarded.
And you are generously rewarded.
We don't
You
think
sit
you
in front.
have dignity.
Look at you. And you think
We
you're
don't think you
nice.
have
You think you're nice?
honor.
Good. You've been
We don't think
tricked,
you're
love. You've
decent.
been tricked.
We think that you're agents of the devil and instruments of sin. You caused the fall of man. That's deeply embedded in the cultural thinking of the West. And clothes, being covered, covering your nakedness, is only for the dignified. That's why they strip you in interrogations, to break you down, to humiliate you,
Yeah.
to demean you,
Yeah.
to create an imbalance of power between you and the interrogators. I know what I'm talking about because they did it to me. They do it to make you vulnerable.
Quite.
Well, that's what the Western society does to women. Forget about slut shaming. They practice modesty shaming, virtue shaming, dignity shaming. Because who are you to think that every man in the public sphere isn't supposed to be able to see your body? What makes you so special? What makes you think that you have the right to deny any man's eyes access to your body?
You're still very
Your
sharp.
bodies are supposed to be
You're still
public.
very sharp.
Your bodies are supposed to be
I got the
decorations.
money.
That's the culture.
I just spent the last of the money. So we got to go call tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're in trouble then. They got the
Can I-
money. So we have got to go call tomorrow. So I was right, wasn't I?
Yes, you're right. Let me see if I can find someone to give us.
I just spent the last of the money, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I should have looked at the computer first, man. Oh, I hate relying on people now. Shit. So what does it say anyway? What does it say anyway?
Sent it through, actually.
What does it say anyway? What time?
10 a.m. So they're saying you should be there by 9:30
Oh,
to
it's
meet
just
Sue
true, man.
Carpenter. Let me think.
And that's what I was saving that money for, to be true, bro.
Now I should be able to find it. Let me
So we
spin
got
my
to call
web.
tomorrow then, right? Alright then.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Alright, no worries. We'll sort something out.
Yeah,
So
for 9:30.
9:30, right?
Yeah. But because of the money, and then because it's a routine hearing, I think you can go on your own, right?
Why?
Do you need me to go with you?
So what is it?
It's just a hearing,
Is it? Why do I
Yes.
have to go?
just like the last time. You see, last time, right?
Yeah.
Your solicitors
Yeah.
had not received.
These damn pagans, man.
Sure.
Dragging
And they don't
these
want
smelly white
dignified women in the public sphere. They don't want virtuous women in the public
Joke,
sphere.
man.
They don't want modesty. So now France has banned women from wearing abayas in schools. Women can't wear clothes in schools that deny male teachers and fellow students access to enjoy their figures, to enjoy their bodies. And of course, this is just a crooked way of banning Muslim women from education.
Yeah, that's it.
Just like the public ban on the niqab, France wants Muslim women to stay in their homes, and they don't want them to go to school.
And they don't
In other words, they're not allowed to be in public.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah, that's it.
they're not allowed to go to school unless they go along with your objectification and misogyny. Because Muslim women destroy your narrative about women, and that's unacceptable to you. Muslim women destroy your vindictive understanding of patriarchy, and that destroys your whole narrative about Muslim men in the process, and by extension your whole slanderous narrative about Islam. Because like I've said before, in Islam, men have authority over women, and we don't say that that means superiority over women. It's absurd to pretend that the Muslim world is misogynistic on any scale like the West, especially with regards to the issue of hijab. I mean, I don't think there's any better argument against the claim that hijab is a manifestation of male domination than the advertising industry. I mean, think about it. Companies know and have known for a very long time that men like to look at women's bodies. In fact, there isn't anything that men would rather look at than women's bodies. As much as they might like hamburgers, they would rather look at an advertisement of a beautiful woman in a bikini holding a hamburger than to look at the hamburger itself. That's why you use women in advertising the way you do. In a male-dominated society, women would be less covered, not more covered, because, well, that's what men want to see. And in a male-dominated society, they control the norms. And this should be understood. In a male-dominated society, in a truly misogynistic society, men believe that it is their right to see women's bodies. If a woman is covered, they feel deprived. The covered woman is defying their entitlement. You can even decipher this in their anti-hijab arguments, when they say that hijab seeks to make women invisible in the society, as if a woman isn't there if you can't see her legs or her hair or the contours of her body. She just doesn't exist if she's not showing you her body. This kind of pseudo-feminist assertion objectifies women even more than the hamburger advertisement that just uses a woman to sell meat. If she's not presenting herself as a decoration on the street for the appreciative eyes of passing men, then she's a non-entity in the West. Whereas a man in baggy trousers, a jacket, and a hoodie, where only his hands and his face can be seen, he's not vanished from the society. Just because you can't see his skin, he's still there. Because men's role in the West is not decorative, women's is. And that passes in the West for female empowerment. I don't know what's so difficult to understand about the connection between conforming with what gratifies men and being therefore dominated by men. And I don't think anyone wonders whether men are more gratified by seeing a scantily clad woman than seeing a woman in the hijab. I mean, whose image is more likely for men to search on Google, Kim Kardashian or Afghan woman in a burqa? No, the West hates Muslim women because they embody the antidote to the poisonous narrative that the West has always maintained about women. And they're afraid that women will catch on. They're afraid that their own women.
Right, and you must listen to these kind of conversations, guys, right? Because you must stop treating women the way the West showed you how to treat women. Because you sons are idiots. That's why father put you sons at the back, and then you find your sons at the damn front. That's why I put it at the back. Look how you treat women. Look how you treat women. You're an absolute embarrassment, you sons are. You're an absolute embarrassment to women.
I mean, whose image is more likely for men to search on Google, Kim Kardashian or Afghan woman in a burqa?
Stupid.
No, the West hates Muslim women because they embody the antidote to the poisonous narrative that the West has always maintained about women. And they're afraid that women will catch on. They're afraid that their own women will start to realize that they don't deserve to be stripped down in public and objectified. That they don't have to suffer all these body image issues, the eating disorders, the depression, the anxiety over whether or not they can fit into a tight dress or a short skirt to conform with societal expectations. They're afraid that Muslim women will make their own women question their own self-objectification. And then the party will be over. That's what they're worried about. And they're not wrong. Women convert to Islam twice as much as men. That's that many more women whose bodies you won't be able to consume with your eyes anymore. That's that many more women who want to be dignified and don't want to be decorations.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope wherever you're watching, you're having a great time. Now, many times we've talked about how the biases that we have globally has strained the relationship between whites and blacks. And this has gone beyond just personal levels, and it is now in countries where you find that one nation does not really align with another nation because of the biases that exist in terms of their relationship. And this is the thing that Shahid Bolsen has been speaking about. He has spoken about hypocrisy among white community, and he has always highlighted some of the things that need to be done for us to kind of have a united society where we can appreciate each other. But one thing he always points out is that the white system has always benefited from the flaws that black people have. And the nation in the global south have been forced to continue depending on the approval of many nations in the West. It is sad that this is the reality, but there will come a moment when nations in the global south will have to realize that they need to change and advance in everything that they do. I have this clip from Shahid Bolsen speaking about some of these issues that I've highlighted. Let's watch. I shall come back in the end.
Look at them. Yes, there you go. Celebrating Britishness. It's perfect. They look so happy. They look so happy. They look so excited. That's nice. Fried bologna as far as the eye can see.
That's nice.
No, that's right.
That you pillaged.
What did I tell you about the riots last year, whenever that was? Last year, I think. It was a festival. It's a festival for them. Those race riots, that's a festival. It's a celebration of their culture. Because this is their culture. This is cathartic for them. Should be like this. Should be like this. It doesn't bother me at all. No. This is Jason Voorhees without the hockey mask.
White nationalists who live in
No, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. When people stop pretending to be what they're not.
Exactly.
What they've never been. This is a celebration of their culture. That's what it is, truly.
Of course it is.
Everything it means to be British. Hate, paranoia, insecurity, fear, violent, ugly, drunk.
Drunk.
What could be more English than that? And not a dentist in all that whole 150,000 of them probably. All rallying around a convicted hooligan, convicted fraudster, stalker, drug dealer.
What about football hooligan? This is who they are. He's coming right for the British now. The time like they were joke, man. They were joke, and they treat their women like cavemen because they're cave children. They're children out of the cave. They've got no humanity. They've got no manners. They can't show you how to behave. They can't touch something and turn it into gold because they are proper tramps and they're getting called out now. They prostitute their women as well. They page free their women. You even see women's nipple on the front of a newspaper and the kids are watching him. But you don't think about them things, do you? You just allow the system to prostitute you. And the Bible says, right? Revelations 18, it says, woe to her, that prostitute Babylon. Right, you turned the children into a prostitute. They prostituted themselves. That's what it says. It says, give her double portion. That's what it says. Revelation 18. And it says in capital letter, the prostitute she is. In capital letters it says it. You smelly tramp.
Voorhees without the hockey mask. No, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me.
He's never had it so good. Remember, he couldn't get into the disco and he couldn't get into the prom. So he's never had it so good. Remember, the tramp. Remember, he didn't have it that way because he couldn't get into the disco or the prom. So he couldn't get to see women, right? In their rah-rah dress. He said, what's a rah-rah dress? Exactly. You couldn't get into the prom, you damn tramp.
When people stop pretending to be what they're not.
You're still fascinated over a knickers and bra. That day's gone long time, right? That day's gone long time. What about blouse and skirts? You don't even know about what that is? You can bat if is.
What they've never been.
It should already come up.
This is a celebration of their culture. That's what it is, truly. Everything it means to be British. Hate, paranoia, insecurity, fear, violent, ugly, drunk.
You know, shut
what could be more English than that? And not a dentist in all that whole 150,000 of them probably. All rallying around a convicted hooligan, convicted fraudster, stalker, drug dealer. As their national hero. It's perfect.
That's the British
it's perfect.
Attitude, to me.
Couldn't be more English.
Couldn't be more
And of course they're angry. Yes, they're angry. They feel like they're losing their country.
What country?
And that's on you.
That's not theirs.
Wallahi, that's on you.
That's right.
All you immigrants, all you Muslims who went over there, the Africans, Caribbeans, Asians, and so forth, that's on you.
Yeah, because
you believed them.
You being like them now.
And you never should have believed them.
That's right.
You believed them when they said that they were multicultural, that they're tolerant, and that they could accept you ever being a Brit.
No, they just wanted you to
You thought that they would treat you, for some reason, I don't know why, you thought that they would treat you one way in your home country and another way in their country. So that's on you. That's your own naivete, your own gullibility. They're monoculturalists, and they always have been. Monoculturalists. They don't even like other so-called white people.
Of course they don't.
That's right.
They fight
They hate the
Irish,
French.
the Scottish.
They hate the Germans. They hate the Polish.
Thank you.
They hate the Russians. And everyone knows what they did to the Irish, how they treated the Irish.
Exactly.
And the Irish just about have to be the most palest skinned people on this planet. No, they're monoculturalists. All the Europeans are. The British are, and the rest of them are. There's no difference. That's why their entire history, just right up until like yesterday, was nothing but endless wars against each other. But somehow, wallahi, I don't know how, but somehow you thought that they would welcome you into their country. I told you before, they look at you exactly the same in London as they looked at you when you were in India, or they looked at you in Africa, or they looked at you when you were working their sugar plantations in Jamaica.
Money.
No, they didn't look down at you in your own countries. They didn't look down at you like that because of where you were. They treated you like that because of who you are. You understand me? But when you immigrate over there, whether it's to the UK or to America or to Australia or wherever else in the so-called West, you're calling their bluff. You understand? You're calling their bluff about tolerance, about multiculturalism. And as it turns out that it was always just a bluff. It's always a bit of bluff. It's fake.
Yes, it is.
It's like someone with a fake university degree.
I'm the witness.
You start talking to them about their supposed field of study, and they can wing it for a while. They can, improv for a while, but eventually it comes out that they just have no idea what they're talking about. They're a dropout.
Exactly.
Eventually they're going to start stuttering and talking nonsense because you put them on the spot, and you can't tell a Westerner, to put up or shut up because they can't shut up. So you can't tell them that. They'll lash out. They'll break. They'll explode when you call them on their bluff. You can set your watch to that. That's like clockwork. Oh, they can't take that kind of pressure. They can't take the pressure of having to actually live up to the values that they preach about. They can't do it.
The values they preach about.
And they'll come after
Very
you.
true.
They'll come after you if you put them on the spot. I mean, imagine yourself. This is what it's like. Imagine yourself. Whatever you hate. Everybody hates something.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is.
Antisocial.
Anything that you can't stand. Just think about anything you can't stand. It's a smell, or it's a type of music, or like if you hate your job, for example. You hate your job, you hate the people on your job. Think about how miserable it is. How hard it is to keep that hate all bottled up. All day long, you have to play the role. You have to be polite. You have to be cooperative with your coworkers.
Not me.
But the whole time, you can't actually stand them.
Not me.
They're driving you up the wall.
And
then on top of that,
not me.
you're also in a job that you're not even qualified for, right? You say you lied on your CV, you lied on your resume, just so you could get the job. So now, not only do you have to go along with the coworkers that you can't stand, you also have to pretend like you know what you're doing. You have to pretend like that's the British right now. You never believed in tolerance. Wallahi. The truth is, you never believed in tolerance. You never believed in multiculturalism. You never respected the people that you colonized.
Exactly.
In fact, you never even saw the people that you colonized as full human beings. You always saw them as inferior.
That's right.
You always saw them as deserving of subjugation, deserving of exploitation.
Well said.
And now you have to pretend otherwise. And you're breaking, you're buckling under the pressure because you can't do it, because you are the way you are. So yes, there's a big celebration. It's coming. It's a coming out party, basically. England is coming out of the closet, reasserting their core Western British identity as bigots.
Bigot.
Because the way people have always been is the way that those people will always be. And the only thing that has ever proven to change that about any people is Islam.
I knew he was going to say
Christianity didn't change you.
I knew he was going to say that.
The so-called Enlightenment didn't change you. Secularism didn't.
Let me just say this something, right? Islam is the same as that, right? Because any people who follow a religion, right, and the leader marries a 6-year-old child, and then when you go up to the brothers and say to them, "What are you doing?" "Well, I wouldn't do it," but you would listen to someone who does marry children at 6-year-old, and his wife, Muhammad's wife, gave him the child to marry. And then he what's the word I'm looking for? He penetrated the child at 9 years old. So yes, he does talk truth. Yeah, but Father says, chuck him away. Why? There's a blemish in the rock. It can't have no blemish. Right? And Muslims, one more thing, you've murdered 25 million of your own people. Why? To force them to digest that religion nonsense of Islam. One more, you killed over 1 million of our people, forcing us as Hebrews at that time to change from a Hebrew to go to Muslim. So you have a lot to answer to as well. And you, Muslims, are my half brother. We are blood brothers. Your father's name is Abraham. You are not Muslims. You are Ishmael. That's who you are. Go and look in the book who Ishmael is. That is you. You are my brother. You stupid idiot. You're not an Asian. So when you came out of the tent, you had sex here, you had sex here, you had sex with that one, and then you became an Asian. But when you take away all that, you are Ishmael. You are my brother. Your father's name is Abraham. We've got the same father. Stop reading that book, Quran, because it was written by a man's hand. You want to read the original Bible because you're in there as Ishmael. Wake up, man. God's sake. Goodness sake.
Changing science, technology, and what have
lying to you.
Humanism.
They don't even know
None
who
of
they
this
are.
changed you.
Well, read
None
the
of this
book.
has ever
It'll tell you
changed
who
you.
you are. The scripture.
None of it has ever
There's
pushed you
only
to
one
become
book.
better human beings. You've always been just as you are.
And you can tell by
You're exactly the
children's
same as you were
behavior.
10,000
They're
years
doing
ago
the
with
right
only
book.
slightly better
God.
hygiene. Now I'm telling you, there were people who showed up to protest against that festival of hateful British values. There were people who showed up to protest. I'm telling you, you're in denial. Everyone in the Global South knows that Tommy Robinson is an apt representative of the UK, an apt representative of England. He's no different morally or in terms of character than a Winston Churchill or a Margaret Thatcher or...
Yeah, because his DNA, which whether you believe it or not, is Israel. Modern Israel built Tommy Robinson, and that's not even his name. His name is Stephen Lincoln. That's his real name, something like that. Not Tommy Robinson. You know what these white boys already. But got to rename themselves. You know, like fathers already named you, and your name sticks with you. You have to rename yourself to Tommy Robinson. All that nonsense. Your name's Stephen Lincoln's your name, the damn tramp. And Israel brought you. So you're still an infection of the system. Modern Israel brought that child. Tommy Robson, Stephen Lawrence, or what his damn name is. Stephen Lincoln, sorry. That's his name, the damn tramp.
1,000 years ago with only slightly better hygiene.
Lie, these boys.
Now I'm telling you, there were people who showed up to protest against that festival of hateful British values. There were people who showed up to protest. I'm telling you,
Hateful British values.
it's a coming out party, basically. England is coming out of the closet, reasserting their core Western British identity as bigots. Because the way people have always been is the way that those people will.
This is how the whole wide world views you, the West. This is your turn now, because you thought it was just America. Now it's trickling down, and then it gets blown up, because you still want to stay in that nonsense.
Yes, there's a big celebration. It's a coming out party, basically. England is coming out of the closet, reasserting their core Western British identity as bigots. Because the way people have always been is the way that those people will always be. And the only thing that has ever proven to change that about any people...
It's not Muslim. He's going to say it's Muslims. No, it's not. I just told you about Muslims.
...is Islam.
No, it isn't.
Christianity didn't change you. The so-called Enlightenment didn't change you.
See, if you'd have left Hebrew in there and didn't change it, then everybody would be who they are. Because everybody is a Hebrew. You are children of Japheth. You are the lion seed of Japheth. Is when you left where Father put you, you went there, you intermingled there, you changed your sex here, you intermingled there, and now when Father comes, they don't even know who you are. Because of the damn system that you followed. Oh yes, because we lie, and then the sun comes and says, right, let's see who's in their places where I put them. And then you got the north, that's in the south. So you get burnt, because you should be in the north, where it's cool. That's why you got long hair, white people, because they put you in the cold. That's why your complexion's cold, you can't handle heat. Your hair, your long hair is to protect your neck when you're in the Caucasus Mountain in the cold. You need to go back and find out who you are, man. Then it'll be a lot easier to understand why the world's against you. Because now we have the internet, and all the history that he hid is now coming to surface.
To pretend otherwise, and you're breaking, you're buckling under the pressure.
What have you done?
Because you can't do it.
To the people.
Because you are the way you are. So yes, there's a big celebration. It's a coming out party, basically. England is coming out of the closet, reasserting their core Western British identity as bigots. Because the way people have always been is the way that those people will always be. And the only thing that has ever proven to change that about any people is Islam. Christianity didn't change you. The so-called Enlightenment didn't change you. Secularism didn't change you. Science, technology, and what have you. Humanism. None of this changed you. None of this has ever changed you. None of it has ever pushed you to become better human beings. You've always been just as you are.
Exactly.
You're exactly the same as you were 10,000 years ago with only slightly better hygiene. Now I'm telling you, there were people who showed up to protest against that festival of hateful British values. There were people who showed up to protest. I'm telling you, you're in denial. Everyone in the Global South knows that Tommy Robinson is an apt representative of the UK, an apt representative of England. He's no different morally or in terms of character than a Winston Churchill or a Margaret Thatcher or an Oliver Cromwell. They're all thugs. They've never been anything but thugs. Ask the Irish. Ask the people who've known them the longest. Oh, they're vicious people. They're vicious, paranoid, insecure people. Do you know in Ireland, they literally made a law in Ireland that it wasn't allowed for men to walk in the streets with their hands in their pockets, because the British were afraid that they might pull out a weapon. That's how scared they are. Because they know that they never do right by anyone. They know that they never do right by the people that they put themselves in power over. They abuse and misuse everyone. So that puts you in a constant state of fear. You can't be hateful and confident at the same time. No, if you're hateful and you're vicious, then you're also always going to be scared and insecure. Because you know that you might get caught out, you know. You might be caught slipping, and your victims might take some retributive justice on you. So, of course, your only course of action is always going to be aggression. It's always going to be aggression. Offense is the best defense. Isn't that what they say? They came up with that. So, yes, in my opinion, this march or this rally or whatever you want to call it, this festival of British values is absolutely and quintessentially British. Now, if you think that Tommy Robinson is misrepresenting British culture, again, you're in denial. You're either in denial or you're not familiar with British history. No, he represents both the past and the future of the United Kingdom. And by the past, I mean the pre-colonial past. Because you're not going to be able to do like you did in that past anymore. You're not going to be able to do colonization like you did back in those days. Your opportunities and your capacity for colonization are over. So the UK is going to return to what it always was throughout history prior to colonization. It's going to be poor, sickly, violent, and miserable, engaged in constant tension and conflict with the rest of Europe, with their neighbors and with the rest of Europe. That's your past and that's your future. You only got rich through stealing and through pillage of the Global South. And technically, if you understand economically what that makes you actually a dependency, technically. And now the ones upon whom you have been historically dependent through exploitation and subjugation, now they're rising.
Exactly.
And now they actually have...
They're rising. You see how it's working now? You see how it's working now? Well said, my friend. Well said. And that's what all the indigenous people you persecute to keep this nonsense afloat. You even disrespected your own women. What about page 3? You're down track. And what have you done to the children? Huh? We don't protect children. Nursing children, we don't protect them. So who do you protect? We protect women and girls. That is an insult. Wayne Couzens, spelled with a Z, can tell you that's an insult. Right? Because he's a serving policeman. Right? And he uses his brain and knows, COVID, you can't go out. So he goes and hires himself in a car. And goes and sees a nice pretty woman called Sarah Abbott. Sarah. She just go and get some chocolates, to go and go meet her boyfriend, right? And this tramp here is a serving policeman. Takes her all the way to Kent. So can you imagine that journey in the car? Can you imagine that journey? She's going to a police station in London, just around the corner. And she's got that long journey, going all the way to Kent. And then we can skip that bit, what he done, and then after he's got the audacity to do what? To burn the child after. Wait, this is a serving, ing, policeman. This is a serving policeman. And this is what they do in England, the serving policeman. And then about 2 weeks after that, a next policeman did the same thing again. About 2 weeks after that. Yeah.
Don't worry, I spun a web.
Spin a web.
So, yeah, so we should be getting a bit of money, maybe 10 people.
Yeah, that's what you wanted.
Yeah.
Oh, thank bro.
I asked for 6, he said that I may send 10.
Okay.
I said that 6 or 10.
I was going to spin a web anyway because I wasn't worried anyway. But it's nice to see that you're thinking that.
Yeah, because like,
well.
I mean, we have to help each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I wasn't panicking because I knew something would come.
Yeah.
But Father made you spin. So
Exactly.
now we can spin each other. Now you say it works.
Perfect.
Thanks, right, bro.
No.
See, I did tell you, right? I thought I was getting caught or something. I had that feeling, didn't I?
Yeah, exactly. Because if you had not said it yesterday,
Yeah.
I was never going to think about it, to be honest.
It's the spirit, man. The spirit is right.
Yeah, exactly.
So you don't think that it's going to be a court case in there just to go in there and
No.
come back out? You sure?
It's just a hearing because you've never been in court
Right.
with your new lawyer.
Got you.
Right. So the lawyer needs to get instructions from the judge.
Got you.
So it's just that. There's nothing else that they're going to
Okay.
discuss. It's
All
not,
right.
there's no evidence, there's no witness,
Okay.
no.
Yeah, because I didn't even see them yet. I was thinking of anything.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Okay.
So, oh, you see.
And we're blessed children, so don't watch that.
Let me send you 8 feet.
That's all right. It's, that's
Send
me to get there and get back. So I'm going to go get a billion unit, so I'm going to take 150.
Oh.
I'm going to get, we call it?
The
drink.
drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I deserve that. Well,
You do.
I think I deserve it. I'm a good boy now.
Yeah.
Right. I'm
Right, cool.
doing
I'm
the
finished.
video, right? So I'm going to be there, right?
Oh.
But thanks, bro.
No
But that's
worries.
what you do. If one can't work, then we
Yeah,
because
exactly.
remember, you might not be able to spin the web. You might think you might not, but when you do it, because you've got the power in you, they soften the people who you're going to.
Exactly.
But you must have faith and you must ask them why you're doing it.
Exactly.
That's the trick. Don't think you can do it on your own. Ask them why you're doing it. That's the trick.
Exactly, you're right. Son.
Of course I'm
You're
right.
so much wisdom, my friend.
I tried, brother. I get it from you, though. You ask them. They will give it to you. Include them, and they will give it to you. I should know. And don't be frightened of anything. Be frightened of Emmanuel and be frightened of Yeshua. That's where the fear goes. Not to these idiots. You can see it's all getting dismantled now. All of it getting dismantled. Why? Because this is coming out now. You know this, what you never see. This is coming out now. And everyone's got it in. And he suppressed everyone's. So then he can just come in and rule everyone. They're pushing that nonsense away. They're going back to the beginning and they're calling grandma and grandpa. Because when you fall over and you hurt yourself, 2 things you always say as a child. If it's not God, then it's mom, mom. And that's what we're going back to. We're going back to basics now. But with our parents, we've also got now Emmanuel, and we've also got now Yahuwah. And everything we do, we answer them, we call them, we talk to them. And that's how you do it. You include them, you build the relationship. Just talk, they're there. You can't see them, not meant to. They're there. And the more you behave good, the more they bless you. And the more they put a shield on you. And then the evil spirits can't touch you. Why? Because you're praying. And when you're praying, they can't touch you. They can't. They ain't got that power. Right? So you can see, guys, they're getting dismantled slowly. You can see it. You can see it. Don't get dismantled with them. Right? Depart from her. Come out of her, my people. Come out of her. She's going to blow up. Come out of her, my people. Then you're lost. You don't know what to do. No, go and find Jesus. That's not even his name. Sorry. Go and find Emmanuel. Go and find Yahuwah. They are here. They're waiting for you to call them. As children, they will hear you. Speak to them as children. Don't speak to them, oh, yeah, they won't hear you. Speak to them as little children. And they come to the suffering children. It's their duty. It's their duty. It's what they do. Beautiful children. I mean, imagine in the children. What a time to be alive. This is the season when all our ancestors were saying, please let it be this season. Let it be this season. No, it's this season, guys. Now you're going to see things coming out the sky. So come out of her. Because they're coming out the sky for her and him and him and him and the system. So come out of it, guys. Please. Come out of it.
You only got rich through stealing and through pillage of the global south. And technically, if you understand economically what that means, that makes you actually a dependency, technically. And now the ones upon whom you have been historically dependent through exploitation and subjugation, now they're rising. And now they actually have decision-making authority. Or anyway, they're increasing the...
Now they're rising, and now they have decision-making authority. I heard you, but I don't. This is Father's decisions that we're doing. But many people do have their own rights back to do what they do. So if you feel like, You have a strength, which you do. It's not yours, guys. It's Father that's put it into you. And this is where our ancestors went from before. The talent, what they had, Satan took them and put them in that ministry. And all of them are dead, guys. All of my superstars are all dead. All of them, they're all dead. The ones that have even crossed over to your mainstream, they're all dead. Right? Because they get you on drugs. And then once they get you on drugs, you're dependent on the drugs. And then he treats you like a wicked, wicked slave because you need the drug. And we're not talking normal drugs. The drugs that they put you on are super high power drugs. Right? Michael Jackson now, even a horse would die on the drugs that they had Michael Jackson on. Even a horse, he would die. And this is what they do, and then they work you 23 hours a day to make music, to make money, to make music. So, coming back to the talent now, this is what happened to our ancestors. The talent what Father put in them, Satan saw them and then took them, and then put them into that commercializing nonsense. Even did it to rap, told rap boys who were all drug dealers, come out of there and I will make you super rich. Just call your women bitches and hoes, right? And just wear your trousers down and just do the most things you can do that is wicked. Onto it, and I'll make you a superstar. Onto it, get your girls to dress like harlots. Get them to show their bum out and all that, right? And I'll pay you triple. And this is what you're seeing. So again, the ancestors are a sellout. They're a sellout to the system, right? The system, you like the system more than you like yourselves, more than you like your culture, because in that book it says to the ancestors, make sure you pass this thing on. You tell your children, you tell your children's children, you tell your descendants, you pass this thing on until I come. And we all said, we will agree and obey. That's what it says. I just read it. That's what it says, right? Now, we only understand what we're shown, right? And it was down to you to show the children, right? And all you show the children was about, Jesus said, turn the other cheek, poof. Jesus said, turn the other cheek, poof. Oh. And then you got this stupid idiot called Malcolm X, right? And then you got a next idiot, what you call Martin Luther King. That's not his name. His name is Michael. There's a next Michael. His name is Michael King. He's a Misha'el. But he sold out, him and his dad. Right, now go and find out who the original Martin Luther King is. It's a white man. Right? Now the black Martin Luther King, what they've shown you, his dad, his name's not Martin Luther King, but his dad changed his name to Martin Luther King. And then his dad had a son called Michael, and then Michael changed his name to Martin Luther King. This same idiot that says, let's have a dream. But then he uses the kids to go out in the front so they can throw water on the kids with the hose, just so we could be heard. So he puts the children out in front, and many other things that Trump's done about civil rights. They engineered all that. Yeah, damn fool. This is why Father made sure he got shot in his face, right? Because all them American fools there, right, 99% of them are sellouts. Why do you think they make Prince Hall? Wait, Prince Hall masonry. Prince Hall masonry. Now say that to your phone, right? And when you look at that, there's no white man and there's no African man. It's pure Hebrew sons only. And look at the name they call it. They call them the princes, which they are. Some of them are kings, some of them are emperors. What's an emperor? So you don't even know what an emperor is, right? But he now just says, we'll call you Prince Hall. But wait, we've got to put our name next to it. Prince Hall Masonry. And you still can't work out what's going on. Then they got the women one, Divine Nine. Huh? And you children are supposed to be showing us about Yahuwah and about the great stuff that Father did when he came and took us out of Egypt, right? And that's what the Passover is every year, so we remember that. But now you want to take Passover and call it Easter, and all this nonsense. And it was you, the ancestors' duty, to push this thing out, hook or crook to the children. But you didn't. You told them about Christianity, then it got batsy face. So Father's coming for you. That's why you got sickle cell. That's designed just for you. Listen to the white man. Listen, you got sickle cell. He said, not here, mate. White people don't get that, mate. Not here, see? We don't get that one, mate. That's for you, lot. I said, very true. He said, you get it? I said, I don't even get a cold, mate, because I'm well behaved. I'm the one here to tell you how not to get yourself a cold, how not to get yourself cancer, how not to get yourself infections and diseases. Wouldn't you like to be free and healthy and happy? No, because you're the West. Right? And the way you've got to come out of the cave is by persecuting the children of the earth. This is why the earth is turned against you guys. And this is why this is your phenomenal saying. This is yours. I'm trying to find it now because I need to say it to you properly. This is your phenomenal saying, and it says, your suicide rate overtakes your birth rate. Your suicide rate overtakes your birth rate. Now, Father done it the other way round. But because now they're coming for you and dismantling you, now he's turned it round, guys. And he controls the dance. And look what he's done to your sons. Huh? He's made their suicide rate, oh, you're listening to me, Tramp, because you need to sort this out. Your suicide rate overtakes your birth rate. So what is your purpose of you being born? And you're murdering yourself. Murdering yourself is worse than murdering someone else. You hear me? Murdering yourself is worse than murdering someone else. And it says in the Ten Commandments, thou shalt not kill. So you see how Father's just giving it to you, but you can't see what's going on because you're not spiritual. I am politely telling you what's going on as a child. You can't hear it because they darken you with Nick Nog Gollywog. But if you undo the Nick Nog Gollywog, you'll see that these children are the children. This is why they've turned on them, and this is why they've changed their second names. And this is why they changed Yeshua's name, right, to Jesus. This is why they changed their children's name to Riviere, but he couldn't touch the first name. Bird flies as well, I saw it. He couldn't touch the first name, Misha'el. Couldn't touch the first name. That is Hebrew. And then he changed Misha'el to Michael. Michael has no spirit in it. There's no spirit in that name. It's Misha'el. Everything we have, you want to copy, because we are the dynamite children, right? So our duty is to tell the children, right? Because the ancestors didn't do it. So we are the children telling the infant children. And this is what we do, you damn tramp. Don't care about your bosoms and your this, that, whatnot. There's plenty time for Misha'el. Plenty time, right? But not in this world. Can't have kids here. Can't get married here. Because if you get married here, you'll definitely get a curse on you. Because these people don't understand marriage is a curse or a blessing, you damn tramp. And it's Hebrew. Because before you met us, what was you doing? You was opening the eggs, letting any man have sex with you, had a mask on, just to have a baby to give, to burn. That's your culture. It's only when we come 400 years and Father gave us, he didn't rob us, he gave us to you here, and our riches, he gave it to you here. And then you stopped doing your nastiness. Why? Because when he gave us, all we had was the Bible, the King James Bible, that's all we had in our hand. And you took that Bible as well and changed it and put yourself there now and got the children now obeying you when it's their book. This is why the book doesn't jump up to you. Because the book wasn't written for your children, it was written for ours. And then now you want to take our book, call it white Christian and red set. This is why it says, last one. This is why it says in the book here, a third of people are just going to get wiped out. You know what a third is? 2.6 billion. And what's in religion? Which one? The Christian. 2.6 billion. Now, it's not written that that's for Christianity, but I could bet my bottom dollar that 2.6 third of the people that's going to get wiped out instantly is Christianity from the stuff that they've done. Father gave that book to the children, so when he put them in slavery, at least they had the book to change their ways and come back to him. But no, you took the book and changed it, confused the children so they couldn't get back to Father. And this is why, guys, all these things are happening to your children. And this is why white man's suicide rate is so high. This is why. Because of these things that he's done and he's not showing you. And this is the problem of white man and the whole of the West. This, what they did to these brown children. Not the Africans, because the Africans did it as well. Because when we went there to Africa for refuge, because we're not from Africa, we went there, Father told us to go there for safety. And then when we went there, the Africans sold us. That's why you think you sold each other. No, we went there for refuge. From the Middle East, we're children from the Middle East is who we are. So when their father smashed it down, we went there after. He told us to go there first for refuge. And then when we went there, they sold us. Africa. And that's the truth of the dance, guys.
Actually have decision-making authority. Or anyway, they're increasingly securing that.
It's only fair, and I think you agree with me, as all children of Yahuwah now, right? Forget the world, and forget the Nigno Gollywog, and forget the white. But I do believe as children, as all as Yahuwah, right, that we at least need to know who Father's children are. I mean, we at least need to know that because we know this world hates Father, and some of this world don't know him because the world makes sure you don't know him. But at least acknowledge he give you the earth to do everything. He give you the air to breathe. But at least acknowledge. If one thing you can do is his children are in the dance for them to be regathered because he scattered them. That's why you know us. And if you had any sense, you'd either attach yourself to us or come behind us, because it doesn't matter whether you know Jesus or whether you like Jesus, even though that's not his name. But there is no way you can have a relationship with him and not have it with the children when it's the whole dance is for the children. So it doesn't matter how much you like Jesus or you think you know him, right? And Satan and their children know that. If you don't get on with their children who are going to be running it, then it doesn't make sense you liking Jesus, because you got to know Jesus because of the children. The children were behaving like you. They had to send a savior for who? These children again. And the children lynched their own king, right? But still, he's coming for the children. Why? Because there's a remnant in there. And those who lynched him, he put them in America. And look what's happening to them over there. As soon as they pillaged America, as soon as they pillaged it, right? In 1619, right? Maybe a day or two later, maybe a week later, who came along? Who came along? The Browns came along. Right, because Father says, come, now fix that for them, here. At perfect timing, guys, as they pillaged it, who came in to fix it? The Brown children came in, because that was their curse for lynching their king, right, and disobeying Father's orders. And that's why, and then when you go there, the spirit of it still follows you, because you lynched the king. You lynched him, right? And Acts 10:39 tells you that. You lynched him. So for that, when you see people being hanged in America, this is the reason why. Because their ancestors lynched their own king. So when you see them hanging, black people, this is why. And you don't see Africans hanging, you only see brown sons and daughters hanging. Because they lynched their king. And Acts, guys, ACT in the Bible, 10:39, chapter 10, verse 29, tells you, we are witnesses. So it's telling the truth, because there's two witnesses there, right? And it says, we saw Judea, right, and Jerusalem children lynch their own king off a tree. Doesn't it not say that? So what are you talking about the cross for, you lying tramp? Everything is a lie. That's why you're going to die, unless you come out of this lie. Rasta.
Authority. So whereas before you could...
Read the thing. What does it say? Acts 10:39. What does it say? He died what? He got lynched on a tree, it says. Don't say nothing about crucifix, you lying tramp. You lynched your own king. So this is why you see them lynched everywhere, the brown children. This is why. Be careful what you wish for. And they said, put his blood on us and our kids. We want Herod to be our king. That's what we said. So be careful what you wish for. Put his blood on us and our kids, yeah, and then lynch him. So this is why you see them lynching in America. And that's the reason why, guys.
Be an obnoxious and a belligerent dependency. Well, now you're going to have to be an obsequious dependency. And I know that makes you mad, but it is what it is. This is the way the world turns.
It is what it is.
You can't steal someone else's light and claim to have a bright future. No, you can't. It doesn't work. No, I agree with Tommy Robinson. We're on the same page on this issue. Because he absolutely represents the UK. And his supporters are absolutely the true Britons. Hooligans and criminals. And of course, it's not just him. It's not just the UK, obviously. The entirety of the collective West is the same. Europe, America, like I said, Australia, Canada, and on. They're just taking their costume off. The veneer is coming down. You know, it's like those veneers that you put on your teeth. You know? You remove the veneers, and the person that you thought had this perfect, beautiful smile, well, it's actually rotted. It's actually decaying. They actually have like gravel for teeth underneath the veneers. Well, that's the West. The veneers are coming off. And I'll tell you why. It's coming off because the image isn't important anymore. Because the West isn't as important anymore. So now they can relax. Now the West can relax. They can unwind. They can let their stomach out, you know? They can be themselves. I'm sure it's been exhausting. Look, you know, that's why I say that, that's why I have said that I don't personally hold out any realistic hope of the West. You know, a lot of Muslims over there in the West, in America and so on, they imagine that there can maybe be some sort of mass conversion to Islam. I don't think so. They might be denied this grace. They might be denied this rescue. I don't see something like that happening. Because again, if you just look at their history, it's not very encouraging. You know, when the Muslims, when the Ottomans, when they were in conflict with the Habsburgs, with Austria, you know, the white nationalists today, they like to point to that time as a great victory of the West. Great victory of the West, of Christendom, against the Muslims.
He knows how to be horrible, but he doesn't know how to wipe his bum 4 times a day with a white flannel. So when you wipe it, you can see where you are. Because you're not intricate, and spirits don't tell you these things. You damn tramp.
Because Austria saved Europe, right, from the expansion of Islam. Side note, what country did Hitler come from? But I mean, look, what were you fighting against? Seriously. How was it better for you to fight against the Ottomans? Honestly. If you had any sense at all, you would have welcomed them. You would have welcomed the Muslims. Austria would have been better off then, and it would be better off now, had you done that.
I don't agree.
I mean, what were you defending?
I don't agree.
Be objective. What were you defending?
I don't agree. I don't agree.
Nobody would have prevented you from remaining Christian. You could have stayed Christian.
The whole thing is rotten.
So you weren't defending Christianity. No one's going to say.
And Mecca used to be a slave pub. Quiet, tramp. Thank you. Mecca, that thing you think's holy, what you're walking around, used to be a slave pub. Wait, there's more. Now, Saudi Arabia, maybe 2 years ago, could be free, right? Doing that, Allah, what happened? The sun come out so you can see all the come here. The sun just dropped itself down a little bit, guys. You know what it done? It wiped out 1,000 of them. Man, they're not telling you these things, are you? Well, I'm telling you. The sun compound them. No, and this, that, yeah? Well, why did the sun come and burn 1,000 of you? Scream in that same, but go and do your history about things, right? Because all these fools do is show you the leaf of the tree, right? Now, when it comes to the tree, as you see, we speak to daily, right? It's not the leaf you need to be interested in, and it's not the root, right? It's the DNA of the tree. So when we're starting our race from now on, guys, we're not starting it and cheating and being in the middle and then taking off from the middle. No, we're not. We're going right to the beginning, right? And it goes like this, right? You get yourself in line. You say, on your march, head down. I am. On your march. Get set, head up. Go. No, you don't rush. No. Patient man rides donkey. You're on the donkey now, right? And then when you go, now you're going with nature. Stop it. Shush. Now you're going with nature, right? I want you to take it easy, right? Then you see the spirits. Then the spirits will come to you. Because they're not going to chase after you, right? Because you're going too fast. They're in control, not you. You want them to come to you, you need to be patient then, right? So when you start the race again, on your march, get set, and then you go. But when you're going, right, you're not going fast, right? Because this race is a marathon, right? It is not a sprint. So you need to conserve your energy, and you need to look and learn, right? And how do you learn? You learn from grandma and grandpa, but they've got rid of grandma and grandpa. No, they haven't. They've just put them in coolers, and grandma and grandpa's coming out now. Don't worry about that, right? And the main grandma and grandpa for you is Emmanuel. Who's Emmanuel? Go and find out. You call him Jesus. Don't call him Jesus because it doesn't work. There's no power. That's like saying let there be light in English, and there will never be light. But if you say let there be light in Hebrew, bam, there's light. So you got to say Emmanuel. Go and have a look at the name, the meaning, the origin. It's Hebrew. If it's Hebrew, it's got power in it. Jesus ain't got no power. The J wasn't even invented in them times. That's how stupid these people are. So chuck that in the bin, right? And we've given you an easier name to remember, Emmanuel, right? And that means Elohim, no, not God, Elohim is with you. So every time you call that name, he's with you. So that's the 2-in-1. So you get the Yeshua, and then you get the Elohim when you call that name, or if you call Yeshua, same thing. But when you call Jesus, as he wants you to do, you have no power. Just like him saying to you, put poo-poo on Jesus, on Emmanuel, sorry. If you put poo-poo on him, you've got no power. And if you don't read the Torah, you're blind. You don't know where you're going. So they know how to dismantle you spiritually. But we come to push that away, unlearn that, and put it back in, and start the race from what? On your march to routed. And that time, you have the poo-poo after Jesus. Get set. That time, you've got the Torah in front of you. And go means to tune in to the Jesus you got in you now, and the Torah. And while you're doing that, they will come to you. That's how it works. Beautiful children. And they dismantle you spiritually. So you're walking around frightened. You're not connected to the earth and natures and trees. And you can't hear them calling. Because they've disconnected you. So it's the children's duty to reconnect you. You see? Let's stop it. Toto.
Not even going to church, but the church would not have ruled you anymore.
Yo, yeah, man. It's so lovely to be free. It's so lovely to see the earth the way it's really meant to be. And he says, son, you haven't seen anything. There's parts of this earth no one's seen. I've only put you in this little part of the world. There's different parts of the world no one's... I said, just stop it. And the earth speaks. I know she speaks to me. I know, literally speaks. I know, like the parrots. You know the parrot? Rip it. Just stop it. Well, if the parrot speaks with training and gentleness and teaching and coaching, then everything speaks. If it's got breath in it, it speaks. Even the grass speaks. The flowers, they definitely speak, right? But they don't speak to you and your children. Why? Because you pillaged the land and pillaged the children that was here and put yourself there. You damn tramp. That's why the sun burns and kills you. I hope it's making sense to you now, you damn tramp. You're not welcome at all.
And it wasn't long before you realized yourselves how detrimental it was to have the church ruling you. You overthrew the church your own selves. So what were you defending? Feudalism? Defending your right to be a serf? To be a slave to your feudal lords? We didn't have feudalism in Islam. Fighting against us was a crime. It was a crime that you committed against your own selves. Your brave, white, noble ancestors, right? Who stood as the bulwark of Christendom. How they held back the Turks, you know, how they defended Vienna. And like I say, you celebrate it. You paint your pictures about it, you sing your songs about it, and of course you murder Muslims in a masjid in Christchurch with the date of the Battle of Vienna on your gun. That's right. You saved Europe from the Muslim tide. Just like Robinson says he's doing right now. That's what Tommy Robinson thinks he's doing now. But I have to ask, what were you defending in Austria and what are you defending now? Seriously, what's so precious? Again, your right to be a serf. That's it.
Alright, so I got my HeSit in mail. I'm going to open it up and show you how it looks. I've heard a lot of good things about this product, so I'm excited to try it out. So, as you can see, it comes in a nice little...
That's it? That's what you fought for?
What you need to realize as well, guys, last one because we're going out now. What you need to realize as well, guys, just like the Ouija board jumps into you, just like this book, the spirits also jump into you. This thing is not a joke, guys. Spirits are real. These tramps don't want to tell, they want to dismantle you, get you really weak and soft, and then they run around and do what they want to you. You need to start waking up, guys, and start being militant. Not fighting. It's not just doing fighting. They do all the fighting. The spirits do. But what you do the truth and you tell them about themselves. Because these sons are a joke. They cannot do anything without women. Nothing at all. So you're a joke now. You're a joke. This woman over there's crippled with her crippled son, and she still thinks she's got strength. But this is why they crippled you with that son, Sophia. And you still want to come around and do your wickedness. He's crippled your vagina. You just see the way you walk. Because when you pulled that brat out, that's why it crippled. And you still haven't learned. You don't have to read signs, you stupid woman. Huh? You don't know how to read signs. You thought you could really mess around with a child like this, with that crippled son we got over there. You're a joke. Father doesn't do crippled children, as you can see. Not at all. And it's written. Damn tramp. He's the one that makes you crippled. Don't forget that. So he knows what he's doing when he's crippling you. Because he crippled you. So he knows that you're rotten. Because he crippled you. You damn cripple.
You drew a line in the sand and said, no further. Muslims.
So you're jealous that we don't
You shall not take my right to be owned by a local lord.
Huh? You see the way we clean the community, we look out for people, we help people. But then you want to come and say we're antisocial and I'm a criminal behaviour. And then I've got to go court again tomorrow for this nonsense. I can't wait, Dan, for this trial to begin. Because this is your whole bollocks white system. Think you can come and tell a good child like me that I'm antisocial. I mean, a pillager like you can come and tell a child like me. Oh, it's so funny. It really is. It really is. I can't wait to see your witnesses. Rasta.
No, you shall not tear up my deed of bondage. You're backwards.
You're backwards, though. You don't
I mean, the Ottomans come, and they offer you a system where any man, Muslim, Christian, Jew.
Always plotting and scheming, guys, to hurt people, the West. Always plotting and scheming to hurt good people. just to keep their nonsense afloat. They don't like truth, because truth smashes down this nonsense. And the truth is, they persecuted, right, father's children, which is all of us, right, because we're all indigenous in different ways, right, and they persecuted that and put fear into the peaceful children, and came with weaponry and war and scared the children and scared the ancestors. This is what they did, and they're still trying to use it now. They released the chain, but they use their brain, right? They release the chain and they're using their brain. But now you're seeing people that are not dealing with that no more, right? They're dealing with a different kind of raft. And Father says, no violence, because I will utterly destroy you. You stand there and let me speak through you. And then people will see, like, you don't do it like you do it through speaking, and you do it through calling the spirits, right? Because you've never called them, because he says not to call them. So it's all right, because now you know. So start calling upon the spirits and take it seriously when you're doing it. Take them seriously when you're doing it. And don't do this as well, guys. Stop doing this. Sorry, Father's going to do one. In the name of the Father and the Son and the... Stop doing that cross. Not stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You don't need to speak to him like that. Right? You don't need to go to a church to speak to him. You're speaking to him now. You're praying now. This is praying done. Right? Don't make them say, oh, I've got to do what you're doing. You've got to be in a church. No. 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 It's a lie. I've been in their church and he took me out of it. Father took me out of it. He wants me to go in a confession box, and I used to go in there every week, and Father get begs and says, son, let me tell you something, right? No man can take away sin. I said, he said I can. It was a child, this damn boy, right? May I put you in a sound system? I said, can you put me in a sound system? I'm only an infant, don't worry. We know what we're doing. And then before you know it, he goes and brings Frontline and brings Chucky Judah. Hear the name? Judah. For the infant child to learn his trade, the stinking smelly tramp. You have no idea who the child is. No idea at all. The womb, the warm womb he came out of, as you know, is a Joseph womb. You smelly tramp. But you still won't tell me who I am. But every day Father keeps whispering and telling us, it is to carry on. I am your inheritance. And your inheritance is to do my work. That's what a Levite is. You damn tramp. We're going to say you're a Levite now. Let me teach you something. Right? This is my Paul Daniels trick, and I love it, guys. I love it. Come here. Now, what does that say, beautiful children? It says, no, we're concentrating on here. It says, see, say it, then you can use it. Anyway, guys, look, my quick trick. Look, we're going to concentrate here before he moves it again. Right, this says, beautiful children, Levi. See, done it again. We can still show you. See, this is these wicked people. They're so scared of truth. Anyway, it says Levi, right? You see what we've done? We can see it. It says Levi, right? So if you take the L, right, guys? See the L? And you put the L here, right? What does it say? It says evil, right? And then you take the L back from there, and then you put it there. What does it say? Levi. So take the L and put it where the I is. And it says evil. And then take back the L and put it where the E is, and it says Levi, because Levi defeats evil. Father put it in the name of this tribe, so you can blanket and play with your machine. You don't even know how to have people live in your house with you. You don't even know them. You've met them on the street. You get on with them. Say, come and live with me. Since you ain't got nowhere to live, come and live with me. Come and live together. And we work at each other. How we can make this thing work together, and we're doing it good. You know, we're working good together. You know, we're finding out our weaknesses and our strengths and combining them both together. And one is an Emmanuel child, and one is a Yeshua. Nobody don't know this Emmanuel who you call Jesus, like this child here. No one doesn't know it like Albany. The way this child knows Emmanuel is completely out of this world, and this is why Father brought that child to me, because I don't know about him at all. Because Father kept Emmanuel, Jesus, away from me because of what you have done. He kept him away. I've never even discussed him. And Father only came to me, guys, 2019. I've not been doing this at all. I've been a rude boy, selling drugs and doing my madness, playing music and whatever, being lost. Father came to me 2019, guys, the 11th of May, on my 49th birthday. He came for me. He put me in jail on the 9th, and he came for me on my 49th birthday in my cell, and predicted this is what he was going to do. I've only been doing this since 2019. Remember, 1619 to when? 2019. And then what did he do? He got COVID and chucked COVID at you. So you would be busy at 2019. So you couldn't see when he's moving his children around and collecting them and getting them and putting them in prison for 4 months just so he could do his stuff. When was that? 2019, on your birthday. He took me on the 9th of May from Bristol, and then the 11th of May, on my 49th birthday, they came. 2019 it happened. I've been doing this thing since 2019, and that's the time when the 400 years is finished. So what, this thing doesn't add up then? No? Father's not doing something? No? Would you carry on trying to hurt people and My father's putting his pieces together, and it started, guys, at 2019 when he chucked COVID at you, and then he started to wake up children. So guys who are brown skinned and white children who are in this thing as well, who call Father Yahuwah, and white children who call Jesus either Emmanuel or Yeshua, then you need to check yourselves as well, beautiful children. What happened to you at 2019? Go back and sit down and think on your own, no distractions. And then let that spirit come into you and go and see what happened to you at 2019. Because something had to have happened to you for you to be the child, or for you to be involved in this. Something had to have happened to you at 2019. I've just told you what happened to me. They put me in jail on the 9th of May. And then they revealed themselves to me on the 11th of May in my cell. And we was talking about that yesterday, me and Emmanuel. He's asking me how it happened. He come to me through a cloud. We come to me with my grandma first, because I didn't know who he was. And I took it as a joke. And then he put my grandma's face. And I was like, whoa. And then grandma went. And then he come again. And I went, okay, I understand what's going on. And that's how it happened. It's not a joke, guys. It's absolutely real. I promise you. We're not allowed to lie anyway. Why are we lying? Why are we lying? And he gives me his name to hold. And he says it. He put it in there. Deuteronomy, right? On your birthday, May 11, 5/11. And it says, and I read it again, you shall not misuse the name of Yahuwah, your Elohim, for Yahuwah will not hold him guiltless who misuses his name. But in my one, it says this as well, or brings his name to naught. And the man put that on your birthday. The man put that there on your earth day. So what's that telling you? And I've never known Jesus or whoever before until I've met this guy here next door. Because he doesn't want me to know about that. Because you've confused it and then puts me in Christianity, and I've seen all my brothers and sisters doing Christianity. They would have confused me. So he said, no, I'm putting you in sound system. Because I want you to do something with this Hebrew music. So I've been into that since I've been an infant. I've been playing music since the speed was 78, since the speed was 33.5, since the record speed was 45. Me. I've been playing tunes for that. And then when you put the record on, you got the arm and you can hold it. And while you got one playing there, and you can put the arm there and hold it there. And then when that one finished, the other one drops down. And then you play it. What about this one? The gramophone was the first time I learned how to play music. What's a gramophone? Good question. Go and ask grandma. What is a gramophone? And that's how we learned to play records, right? You stay there. And then you want to come and take me to court tomorrow and say it's antisocial. I'm a criminal behaviour. Since I've been doing this thing since I've been a child. But because I won't come over to you and let you commercialise father's music, you want to come and say it's antisocial and put me in jail for it. Good luck to you. And this is what they're trying to do tomorrow, put me in jail again. Right, but we're having a trial, because this thing has to be spoken, bro. Right, because you're crumbling now. And children like me have to go up to the lion's den and speak Father's word. Whether you put me in jail or not, we don't care. We're scared of Father, we're not scared of you. We're not scared, petrified of Father, not you. Right, because this is his dance. And when he brings out scary creatures and that, all you're going to do is shit yourself anyway. That's all you're going to do. Just prick yourself and run behind women. That's all you're going to do. You're damn tramp. So why
Court and get justice. No matter who you were, no matter what your level was in society, no matter what your religion was, they offered you a system where the law is actually written down, and it applies to everyone, the poor and the powerful. You know,
medication. Right.
We came up with the rule of law. That's a concept that you got from us, and you said no. I don't want that. I prefer that to have the boot of my feudal master on my neck. I said you're backwards. Wallahi, you're backwards. You are defending your right to be ignorant. You are defending your right to be illiterate and to be uneducated, you know? In the Muslim world, they built libraries, they built universities, they built hospitals that looked like palaces. They were translating Greek texts that your own church had forgotten about or had suppressed, while your priests were telling you that the earth is flat. The Muslims are studying geography, studying astronomy, studying medicine, studying engineering, and you wanted no part of it. Who does that? You'd rather be burning witches, right? You were over there dying from the common cold. You were living in your own filth. You were scared of science. You were scared of knowledge. The medics of the Sultan, of the Ottoman Empire, is performing surgeries. They're performing surgeries that you wouldn't even believe, while your village healer is bleeding you with leeches. No, you fought to protect that ignorance. You chose the leech over the physician, and that's exactly what you're doing right now. You were defending your right to persecute each other. That's the biggest joke of it all. You know, you fought against the Muslim infidels so that you could preserve your freedom to hunt your own as infidels. The Ottoman Empire, the Muslim, he sets up the millet system. He tells the Jew, here, run your own courts, practice your own faith. He tells the Orthodox Christian, you can keep your patriarch, lead your people. He gives them autonomy. That's what it was in the Muslim world. He gives them dignity. Do you know that there's more churches today per capita in the Muslim world than mosques per capita? I mean, per the number of Christians and per the number of Muslims. So if you're a Christian in the Muslim world, you have more choices in terms of which churches you can go to.
Sunshine, we're just laying there, just, you know, because we're beautiful, just laying there. You're a joke, though. You're a joke. You can't even entertain yourself, let alone children. And then when you see real entertainers, you want to come and lock them up and put them in jail. This is our world. It's not yours, Whitey. It burns you. It burns you. Makes you stay in your house, Whitey. It's not for you, bro. Move out the way. You don't even look after nature. You don't even pick up rubbish off the ground. Oh, you're too big, aren't you, to pick up rubbish off the ground? You're too big. You. Oh. You make the earth quench, Whitey. You make the earth quench. Even get your dogs to piss and shit everywhere. Whitey. You eat unhealthy, right? welcome and hi. Good afternoon to all grandmas and all grandpas. Good afternoon to all carers. Because we like the carers, I don't know where we'd be. And the system, you know, it doesn't give carers no money. Yeah, because they don't want the carers to care. Right? And the carers, they move heaven and earth to care for people. But you don't realize or recognize that, do you? Because you're a tramp. Again, dedication to the carers. White chick would start to care and scare. And leave people's music alone. Right? Under the sun, the people play the music on the phone. Damn! Put it down now. Damn! Reminds you of the disco and the problem that you call it. The cookie, the stadium. When you're sitting on your own and you feel recap, children. I hope all the children are doing all right, and I'm an infant child. I'm the smallest out of all of them. I hope all the children are doing all right. Just a quick recap, children. Says the infant child. Just a quick recap. Where are we going? We are going to Ezra, chapter 6, verse 7. Just a quick recap. Beautiful children. I don't think you can get you. Well, I don't even know if you can get it on the phone. You should be able to. To Ezra, chapter 6, verse 7. Just a quick recap. Just a quick recap. Quick. Right? Because we've got to keep the evil one on his toes. Because he's got to move out of the way. Because it's our dance now, and I'm going to prove it to you. Now, quick reminder. Ezra 2, chapter 6, verse 7. It says, then I answered, excuse me, then I answered, what will be the dividing of the times? Or when will be the end of the first and the beginning of the age that follows? He said to me, from Abraham.
Sorry.
Hello.
Sorry, quick question.
Hmm?
Do you know where Wine Street is?
Do that after, bro. Do that after.
Oh.
Do that after. I know what you're on about, but do it after. Start again. Sorry, guys. To Ezra, chapter 6, verse 7. Then I answered, what will be the dividing of the times? Or when will be the end of the first and the beginning of the age that follows? So there's an age that's going to follow. So what Ezra the child's asking is, when will it divide? Right? When will the end finish and then the first complete? Now here is his answer. He said to me, from Abraham to Isaac, because Jacob and Esau, who are twins, right? Because Jacob and Esau were born unto him, which is Abraham. For Jacob's hand held Esau's heel for the beginning. So Jacob, when Esau came up first, Jacob still held his heel. So that's why it says, for Jacob's hand held Esau's heel for the beginning, right? For Esau is the end of this age, and Jacob is the beginning of the one that follow. The beginning of a man is his hand, and the end of a man is his heel. So children, seek nothing less, seek nothing else, it says, sorry, seek nothing else between the heel and the hand. So technically what he's telling you is here is two nations are inside of you. Now one nation was ruling at first, which was Esau. Now Esau is the heel. Now he's telling you that who is going to take over now is Jacob, because why? Esau is the end of this age, and Jacob is the beginning of the one that follows. Why? Because he held on to his heel, right? For Jacob's hand held Esau's heel for the beginning. And this is spiritual, what we're going through now. And this is the dismantling the scene of all white people and red to because they work for Esau, and Esau is Israel, modern Israel. And America's realised it now, and they're trying to get themselves out of it. But it's too late, because they've murdered and killed too many people on the instruction of the son. Remember, two nations? The son, the Esau son, is him. And he's the one, Esau, who is getting them to kill his brother and kill all the children as well. Because the woman's seed, right, is going to crush the serpent's seed. And this is why he hates women, and this is why he hates sons. Because this is the whole dance. And then they're just tricking you with oh yeah, but they still put their laws in. We don't protect nursing children. So even in that confusion, they still put their laws in. And when you're just saying, oh yeah, we can forget about the kids. And this is what you're doing, guys. So you need to wake up now, and you need to reverse that curse on the children. You need to reverse that curse on the children. You damn stupid people. Yeah, thanks for doing that. 8 o'clock then. 8 o'clock. Thank you, bro. Yeah, thanks for doing that for me. I appreciate that, bro. So in terminal 8 o'clock, I'm gonna get the bus to get there. See these nice people, so I can get there nice and early. See how nice these guys are to me, so we don't get in trouble with the call. Because the lady, Miss Robinson, the judge, good woman. She said, "I'm having this case." I said, "Oh, yes, miss. Yes, miss." And every time they're talking about this, and she says, "Yes." She answers me. Every time like this, she says, he wants to speak. Yes, and I speak to her. Yeah, she listens to me, bro. You damn right she does. You damn right she does, though. And she's the one who got us this. Sorry, Miss Robinson. She's not she. I know why she said that. Miss Robinson is the one who got us this solicitor. Miss Robinson did it. The judge did it. She did it. Sorry, Miss Robinson did it. The lady did it. Because they did 4 years of me waiting. But as soon as the lady came, she got it. I mean, Miss Robinson got it. Try. Because the red father children and the word ain't father. You're lying that you like it. You can't give it. You can't just say name. I know what you like it. Ow! Look at some of your papers, God. It's not paper, God. It's paper. You only create everything. And you're so disrespectful. The children, you ungrateful children. Say hello to Father. Alright, last tune.
Such a long time.
Let's go. We'll say that to the father. I'm ready. I'm ready. No, come on, go out and say that. Come on. I'm gonna say that to the father. Sexy boy, give it up. Shall we get a wet flannel? I think we should wet it. I think we should wet it. Hot up there now. Just like it's still like it. Come here. I'm ready. No, I think that makes it look good. Right, people are saying this and people are saying that. The word is about weird. About time I say, we don't have no nice time because white man keeps watching everything we do and then lying, saying that we're a criminal and antisocial. I don't know what glasses that tramp's wearing at all, but you can't see that his sons are robbing, raping and killing, but then you want to drag me to your stinking white racist calls and tell me about I'm playing music. So which one do you prefer, playing music or being racist and raping and killing women? Which one you prefer, you stupid tramp? You just make yourself look ridiculously stupid. Every time you try to touch the peaceful children, you just make yourself look ridiculously stupid because your witnesses are a laughing joke. We can't wait to see your witnesses. Now they want to come against a child of Yahuwah. Really? And everyone can see he's well behaved and tries his hardest to please Father. And you want to come and get them devil children. Rasta. Guys, I'll get to say hello to Father. See you later. Rasta. Boy, I'm here to tell you the truth, man.